Okay, now let's talk about histograms and what a histogram is and how you can actually make a histogram. Well, you've made things very similar to histograms. Histograms is just like a bar graph that gives a frequency of each value. Now the reason it's a histogram, we call it a histogram and not a bar graph, is usually bar graphs are used with categories. Like if you have, you ask students, oh, what's your favorite color? Red, blue, or yellow? And then so you'd have 3 different bars, one for the red, and then one for the blue, and then one for the yellow. And these bars aren't right next to each other. They represent how many students answered, how many they liked. Well, histograms don't work with categories. They work with more number-based, like how many hours do you do this or that. And then the bars are actually right next to each other. So we got this scenario here that we're going to use to actually make a histogram. We got Isaac. He manages a canoe rental business, and he's recorded the number of hours each of the 30 customers rents a canoe. Okay? And from here, we want to take these hours, right? And from the frequency, these are the number of customers that, so 3 customers rented for 1 hour and 10 customers rented for 2 hours. We want to make a histogram from that. So let's start doing that right here. I'm going to start making it, and then I'm going to plop one right on top of there. So this is how we're going to look at number of hours right here. This is hours right here. And we're going to say that 3 people rented it for just 1 hour. So we kind of make a bar right there, and we work our way down right there. And then we could just shade it in, because it's nice to shade. And then how many rented 2 hours? It looks like 2 hours is what people rent it for on average, right? That would be called the mode, right? The most often. Not the average. So we go over to 2 hours and we work our way up to a 10. We put our nice big bar there, work our way down, and then do a little nice shading in. Okay, so that's for this set. And now we'll do this set right here. 3 hours has a frequency of 7. 7 people rented for 3 hours, so we'll go to a height of 3 and work our way down there and do a little shading, so forth and so on. And then if you keep on completing it, it will look something like this. I'll pop this in there. Oh, gotta bring that to the front. Right there. In the end, it will look like this. Here's your frequency table. Right there. Whoop. Bring it down. And there's a question that they want us to answer from this frequency table. They want us to find the median and the mode from the histogram of this. Well, the mode's really easy to see on this one, right? The mode is the thing that happens the most often, and we already kind of talked about it. Look what happens the most often. There are 10 people that are renting it for 2 hours right here. So this right there is your mode. You can see that right away from histogram. That's what makes a histogram so nice. So the mode is 10. Okay. Now the median is a little bit harder. You just got to start canceling things off. So we'll cancel off boxes from one side to the next, and then we'll work our way to the middle and see what we get. So cancel off that box and that box, right? Cancel off that one and that one. Cancel off this one and this one. And we start at the bottom over here, but then over here we have to start at the top. We're going from biggest to the middle. And then bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top. And you just try to keep this pattern going. Try not to make your mistake over here. And it looks like we can kind of see where it's going. Top, bottom, top, bottom, top. And here's our middle. It's right in there. Right there. So our hours, well, we have multiple 3s, and so our mode is 10, but our median is equal to, oh, sorry, I screwed up, didn't I? Our median is equal to 3. What was our mode? Oh, our mode isn't 10, guys. Oh man, our mode is 2. Our mode is 2, not 10. 2 happened 10 times. That's why it was the mode. But you had 10 2s, not 2 10s. So the mode should be 2 over here. I'll make a correction on that later. But yeah, there you go. That's how you find the mode and the median from a histogram, and how you create a histogram from a frequency table.